Question 1. What was the role of the Urim and Thummim in the Mosaic Law? A. Sacrificial tools. B. Holy garments. C. Instruments of divination. D. Means of making decisions. The right answer is letter D, means of making decisions. The Urim and Thummim were used by the high priest to make decisions, as described in Exodus chapter 28, verses 30. These objects were placed in the breastplate of judgment and used to seek God's will. Question 2. What was the purpose of the Sabbath year according to the Mosaic Law? A. Rest for the land. B. Increased harvest. C. Building new cities. D. Gathering offerings. The right answer is letter A, rest for the land. The purpose of the Sabbath year was to give the land a rest every seventh year. This is described in Leviticus chapter 25, verses 1 to 7. The Israelites were to let their fields lie fallow to restore the soil. Question 3. Which commandment prohibits idolatry? A. The first commandment. B. The second commandment. C. The third commandment. D. The fourth commandment. The right answer is letter B, the second commandment. The second commandment prohibits idolatry, stating, "You shall not make for yourself a carved image." This commandment is found in Exodus chapter 20, verses 4 to 6. Question 4. What is the penalty for breaking the Sabbath according to the Mosaic Law? A. Fasting for a week. B. Offering a sacrifice. C. Death. D. Exile. The right answer is letter C, death. The penalty for breaking the Sabbath according to the Mosaic Law is death, as described in Exodus chapter 31, verses 14 to 15. This strict penalty underscores the importance of observing the Sabbath rest. Question 5. How many feasts are commanded in the Mosaic Law? A. 3. B. 5. C. 7. D. 10. The right answer is letter C, 7. The Mosaic Law commands 7 feasts: Passover, unleavened bread, firstfruits, weeks, Pentecost, trumpets, Day of Atonement, and Tabernacles. These feasts are outlined in Leviticus chapter 23. Question 6. Which book of the Torah contains detailed laws about cleanliness and uncleanliness? A. Genesis. B. Exodus. C. Leviticus. D. Deuteronomy. The right answer is letter C, Leviticus. The book of Leviticus contains detailed laws about cleanliness and uncleanliness. These laws are meant to guide the Israelites in maintaining ritual purity, as described in Leviticus chapters 11 to 15. Question 7. Who was appointed as the first high priest under the Mosaic law? A. Moses. B. Aaron. C. Joshua. D. Eleazar. The right answer is letter B, Aaron. Aaron was appointed as the first high priest under the Mosaic law. His consecration and duties are detailed in Exodus chapter 28 and Leviticus chapter 8. Question 8. What type of offering is described in Leviticus as a voluntary act of worship? A. Sin offering. B. Guilt offering. C. Burnt offering. D. Grain offering. The right answer is letter C, burnt offering. The burnt offering is described in Leviticus as a voluntary act of worship, signifying complete surrender to God. This offering is detailed in Leviticus chapter 1. Question 9. Which commandment instructs honoring one's father and mother? A. The fourth commandment. B. The fifth commandment. C. The sixth commandment. D. The seventh commandment. The right answer is letter B, the fifth commandment. The fifth commandment instructs honoring one's father and mother. This commandment is found in Exodus chapter 20 verse 12 and emphasizes the importance of respecting parental authority. Question 10. According to the Mosaic law, what is the punishment for adultery? A. Exile. B. Public shaming. C. Death. D. Paying a fine. The right answer is letter C, death. The punishment for adultery according to the Mosaic law is death, as stated in Leviticus chapter 20 verse 10. This severe penalty reflects the gravity of violating the sanctity of marriage. Question 11. In which book is the Shema, a central declaration of the Jewish faith, found? A. Genesis. B. Exodus. C. Leviticus. D. Deuteronomy. The right answer is letter D, Deuteronomy. The Shema, a central declaration of the Jewish faith, is found in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. It begins with, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." Question 12. What was the purpose of the scapegoat on the Day of Atonement? A. To be sacrificed. B. To be released into the wilderness. C. To be eaten. D. To be sold. The right answer is letter B, to be released into the wilderness. The scapegoat on the Day of Atonement was released into the wilderness, symbolically carrying the sins of the people. This ritual is described in Leviticus chapter 16, verses 20 to 22. Question 13. Which tribe was set apart to serve in the tabernacle and later the temple? A. Judah. B. Levi. C. Benjamin. D. Ephraim. The right answer is letter B, Levi. The tribe of Levi was set apart to serve in the tabernacle and later the temple. Their duties and responsibilities are outlined in Numbers chapter 3, verses 5 to 10. Question 14. What is the greatest commandment according to Jesus, which summarizes the Mosaic Law? A. Love your neighbor as yourself. B. Do not steal. C. Keep the Sabbath holy. D. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. The right answer is letter D. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. Jesus summarized the Mosaic Law with the greatest commandment. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is found in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5, and reiterated in Matthew chapter 22, verse 37. Question 15. Which commandment forbids coveting your neighbor's possessions? A. The 8th commandment. B. The 9th commandment. C. The 10th commandment. D. The 7th commandment. The right answer is letter C, the 10th commandment. The 10th commandment forbids coveting your neighbor's possessions. This commandment is found in Exodus chapter 20, verse 17, and emphasizes contentment with one's own belongings. Question 16. What is the name of the portable sanctuary carried by the Israelites in the wilderness? A. The Ark of the Covenant. B. The altar of incense. C. The tabernacle. D. The bronze serpent. The right answer is letter C, the tabernacle. The tabernacle was the portable sanctuary carried by the Israelites in the wilderness. Its construction and significance are detailed in Exodus, chapters 25 to 27. Question 17. How many years were the Israelites to observe the Jubilee year? A. 50 years. B. 40 years. C. 30 years. D. 20 years. The right answer is letter A, 50 years. The Israelites were to observe the Jubilee year every 50 years. This year included the release of slaves and the return of property, as described in Leviticus chapter 25, verses 8 to 13. Question 18. Which Mosaic law required the Israelites to leave the corners of their fields unharvested? A. The law of tithing. B. The law of first fruits. C. The law of gleaning. D. The law of sacrifice. The right answer is letter C, the law of gleaning. The Mosaic law required the Israelites to leave the corners of their fields unharvested for the poor and the foreigner. This is known as the law of gleaning, described in Leviticus chapter 19, verses 9 to 10. Question 19. Which commandment forbids bearing false witness against your neighbor? A. The sixth commandment. B. The seventh commandment. C. The eighth commandment. D. The ninth commandment. The right answer is letter D, the ninth commandment. The ninth commandment forbids bearing false witness against your neighbor. This commandment is found in Exodus chapter 20, verse 16, and underscores the importance of honesty. Question 20. How many cities of refuge were designated in the Mosaic Law? A. 3. B. 6. C. 9. D. 12. The right answer is letter B, 6. 6 cities of refuge were designated in the Mosaic Law for those who committed accidental manslaughter. These cities are described in Numbers, chapter 35, verses 9 to 15. Question 21. What was the purpose of the tassels on the garments of the Israelites? A. Decoration. B. Identification. C. Remembrance of the commandments. D. Protection. The right answer is letter C, remembrance of the commandments. The tassels on the garments of the Israelites were for the purpose of reminding them of the commandments. This is described in Numbers chapter 15, verses 37 to 41. Question 22. Which feast celebrates the deliverance of the Israelites from Egypt? A. Passover. B. Pentecost. C. Tabernacles. D. Trumpets. The right answer is letter A, Passover. Passover celebrates the deliverance of the Israelites from Egypt. This feast commemorates the night the angel of death passed over the homes of the Israelites as described in Exodus chapter 12. Question 23. What was the penalty for cursing one's parents according to the Mosaic Law? A. Public shaming. B. Exile. C. Death. D. Imprisonment. The right answer is letter C, death. The penalty for cursing one's parents according to the Mosaic Law was death, as stated in Exodus chapter 21, verse 17. This severe penalty highlights the importance of honoring one's parents. Question 24. Which tribe of Israel was not given an inheritance of land? A. Judah. B. Levi. C. Benjamin. D. Simeon. The right answer is letter B, Levi. The tribe of Levi was not given an inheritance of land but was given cities to live in and pasture lands for their livestock. This is detailed in Numbers chapter 35, verses 1 to 8. Question 25. Who succeeded Moses as the leader of the Israelites? A. Aaron. B. Caleb. C. Joshua. D. Eleazar. The right answer is letter C, Joshua. Joshua succeeded Moses as the leader of the Israelites. He led them into the promised land as described in Deuteronomy, chapter 34, verse 9, and Joshua, chapter 1. Thank you for participating in our quiz on the Mosaic Law. How did you do? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment your score below. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in our next video.